Okay, continuing where we left off. We're back at it. Gotta continue this downstairs because, you know, it ain't gonna get done by itself. We got a little situation to fix over here in this corner. Since we've lived in this house, this hole has been here. That's a hole from, oh no, it's from this door. It's from this door opening, pew pew pew, and that little thing, that little stopper thing wasn't there, and that thing went right through the wall. You see? I'm going to attempt a very skilled maneuver called the butterfly patch. All I need is a spare piece of like drywall. We need a drywall saw, and obviously like a sharp utility knife, and some joint compound. The goal is to square off this circle so that I can make a patch of drywall that has a little bit of just the paper on either side. So it'll be the sheetrock that goes through it and kind of meets up with the square, and then it's got like a little flap that we can use to, like, you know, spread it out across the area so that it's not just a noticeable square. No matter how good of a job you've done, you'll see that block. You want to feather it out, so this will end up being like a pretty big patch. You build up in the center and then taper it off the farther away from your plug it goes. And then I think this will be
Daddy.
pretty solid. We have a great success. Babe, your shirt like matches the paint. It's almost the same exact color. Okay, so we're working our way around this way. We're gonna take our sweet time getting that done.
It took me all morning to get it prepped.
I know, that's the hardest part. I've been working on the trim. I haven't set any of them yet because I need to figure out spacing for future flooring on the underneath, so we've got clearance, but I've got this nice new white. I decided to take that off so I could redo it. No problem. I know there's missing paint there, but our trim, the new trim, is like a 1/4 inch taller than the old trim, so it'll cover that nicely. But yeah, we gotta put the trim in place. We're actually gonna have to paint all the other white things, and it's coming together, dude. It's 70 something outside. It's very nice out. And we're inside painting and doing the things.
It'll be done before summer, though.
It'll be done before summer, yes, you're right.
Splattering all over the counter.
Why are you splattering? She's splattering. You're splattering? Oh, it's fine. You know why? Because this red countertop don't go anyway. It looks like freaking Baskin Robbins up in here. This is our progress so far. We're all the way around this way. I didn't realize, well, I guess I did realize how much work it goes into painting. Painting is no joke, dude. Mad respect for anybody who paints for a living. Like, you really, it's a time-consuming job. That's the biggest problem, is it's very time-consuming. We have one coat from that corner over to that corner, and all the trim up into that part of the wall right there. I'm gonna start cutting those in. But I had to put white paint on the next batch of trim. They're not all painted, they're just primed, so I had to paint them white. They're drying. And yeah, this is our day right now. Like, we're slaving away in our downstairs painting. I'm about hungry, man. What's for pizza? Are we gonna eat paint chips?
What's for pizza?
So that little square is now turned into this big giant square. We're gonna let that dry. And then we'll sand it and it'll look pretty close to flat.
At least there's not a giant hole there anymore.
Yeah, no hole. Look at that. We started with the hole. We started with the hole, now we're here. Ew, it looks like cottage cheese.
Ugh. I mean, cottage cheese is good, but still,
Coat number 2 is currently underway. We took it a little time to have some food, and I laid flat on my back on the floor for a minute.
Yeah. So yeah.
And now I have to rinse this brush out because it's got cottage cheese in it. Hey, these are the moments that teach you like patience and resilience, right? When you take on a project like this, that isn't like it doesn't happen quickly. You have to just put your head down and grind on it, right? And just get it done. Take your time, do a good job, right? You gotta do a good job, or else when you have company over to your house and they notice your new paint color and then they look at it, they're like, what are these? Oh, that's not the reaction that you want. So yeah, we're taking our time and we're doing a good job. And we don't want chunky chunks. How did she get this giant chunk in there? It's here. It's the next day, and I'm super stoked right now because this thing is here. We've saved all of the income we've received from GarageBands to upgrade to this. This thing right here, whether anybody really knows exactly what it does or not, is a game changer. You'll notice the shirt, right? GarageBands Live. Current day is Thursday. We have a show tonight, we have a show Friday, and we have a show Saturday. We've been putting a lot of time, energy, and commitment into GarageBands, trying to make it just like the thing, like the cool thing that we do. If you haven't joined one of those shows and just hung out in the stream and watched, and I really wish you would. We do it on Twitch and on Facebook now. Every time we stream, we simultaneously stream it on both platforms. Facebook is at GarageBands Live. Twitch is at twitch.tv/GarageBands Live. And please come, like, I'll leave links in the description. Watch the production. Give me your feedback on Twitter or in GarageBands Live chat. It's really so much fun for us to do this stuff. And this thing right here is going to change the game. For those of you who care, I'm going to show you why. This is our ATEM Mini. This is the original ATEM Mini HDMI switcher. We've got 4 inputs, right? That's camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and camera 4. So at any given time, we can only have 4 sources, and we have to choose between either seeing this or the source feed, which basically, if you hit the green, right, it'll show you what's up next, not the program. So what we can view on our monitors is the program. 2 issues here. We don't have the ability to see all the camera angles that are available at any one given time. It's called multi-view. So we don't know if a camera we're about to cut to is maybe has a dead battery, or one of the things that we do is we try and use like camera movements. So one of the cameras will be on the Ronin and we'll be able to like move that thing around, and so we need to be able to see if that camera has a good angle at that moment. So multi-view is a big advantage that we're about to get. And then also we're limited to 4 sources, right? So We usually have at least 3 static camera angles that we can put in a good spot, and we'll always know that that's a good angle to cut to. And we've had to make the choice a lot lately. Do we either have a drum cam or a moving camera? So we're having to make a choice between what type of angles we can have for the show. With this new one, there's 8 sources. So we can have 8 cameras. I don't even have 8 cameras, but with at least that one extra one, we can now have both the overhead drum cam and the moving camera, which is gonna be huge because a lot of times there's a full band in here and you want to see the drummer go off and do his drum solo and all that stuff, but we weren't able to do that before. And that's not even all. There's this one extra feature that is like, it changes everything. So right now I have everything routed. The clean HDMI output goes straight to my Atomos Ninja V. And with that, it's a field recorder, right? So I slide this SSD in there and then I hit record and we record the whole show right from this monitor before it goes out via USB to the computer where we can then stream it. This new ATEM now has 2 USB outs and 2 HDMI outputs. So one of those USBs is going to go to the computer and the other USB is going to have this Samsung 1 terabyte SSD attached to it, and it will record all the camera angles independently, right? So every camera angle will be recorded during the show, and it will also record all the cuts that we make to certain cameras and save a file that will allow us to open it up in a video editor, and we can go back after the show, and let's say we made a wrong cut somewhere, we can then change the cut or camera to which we cut to, which is like, it's insane. It's insane. I'm gonna put the new one in place and we're gonna get it ready for tonight's show, and I'll be able to show you what multi-view looks like. It's a game changer. Just watch. Oh my, look at all the buttons. Have you ever seen so many buttons in your whole life? It's not so much about the buttons on this thing, and honestly, I feel like the software is used a lot more than the buttons. And I'll go over this thing more in a future tech video, but this back end is what is the most important part, right? See that? 2 focus, 2 USB outs, 2 HDMI outs. That's the game changer. Maybe an hour and a half so of tinkering and setup. Circus Peanuts, we've got it situated. Check this out. So now we have this screen, which is our multi-view screen, and we can see that camera 2's dead, right? Camera 2's dead. This is our program, so that's what the stream is gonna see over here. See, I'm at camera 1 there, and we're at camera 1 here. We get to know things like how much is left on our solid state hard drive. I'm sure by now those of you who don't give a rip about tech or like live streaming is probably like, dude, why are you so excited? This is like super exciting to me. You have no idea. Is this exciting or what?
Dude, we've been nerding out all day.
Oh my God. Now we just have to make sure that tonight's stream goes flawless and tomorrow's goes flawless because we're taking the new gear on location this weekend, and it needs to be flawless. Yeah, and it actually kind of was. It really was pretty cool. Listen, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. The weekend went well. Our new gear implementation had a little bit of kinks on the first night. Second night was great, and our on location went perfectly well. So those are really a good thing, actually. My friends, you know what I always say, keep that mind in a positive place, because what you think about, you bring about. We love you so much. We'll see you in the next one.